Hello everybody and welcome back to the Mining and Construction Economy map. Today we're going to be continuing with the roadworks. As you'll probably know if you've watched the previous episode, we were doing some roadworks down near field number 20. Quite hard to see on the minimap there, but it's lower than halfway down the map and to the right a bit. But still, we've got to go down there and we've got to finish off the road surface because we've already taken the sand and the gravel down there, but now we need to take the actual asphalt, which is obviously going to be the top layer. Now to do this, we're going to require a variety of different ingredients. We're going to have to produce this asphalt: the gravel, the sand, and also some tar, and on top of that some coal as well. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what the rubber is about. We may have to have some rubber, but that could be, again, a byproduct of something. I'm not too sure, but those four, as far as I'm aware, are the four ingredients which we require today. So to get the sand and the gravel, you have to basically mine stone, which we've already done. So I'm hoping we actually are going to have enough sand and gravel to do this anyway. So it should just be a case of going to the coal mine, getting some coal, and then going with a tanker over to the tar, is it a refinery? I'm not too sure, the tar fill point, and get a full load of that as well. I'm just going to drive over here first of all just to see exactly how full both of these triggers are. I would have thought they would be quite full. Okay, the gravel is 0 for some reason, despite there being 75,000 litres of stone still in there. So maybe it's still just processing. Let me just elapse some time. Okay, that's weird. That is very, very weird. But that is full. That could be why, I suppose. Maybe, if the sand is full, the gravel won't fill up as well. Who knows? But still, we might as well get this moved and taken over to the tipping point. So let me just see again. Yeah, very strange. I don't know why the gravel isn't filling up. It really should be. Let's hope that isn't a problem. We're just going to have to work on it if it is. But yeah, certainly the coal we need to go and get first of all. That should be enough sand, you would hope. If we just drive over here very quickly, you should be able to see as well the digital display for how full the stone processor is. Has it gone down at all? No. Okay, that is very, very strange. Maybe then it is the stone powder which is full and is preventing it from filling up any of the other categories. I'm not entirely sure why, but it really shouldn't be too hard to figure it out. There is actually a trailer here, so we could load the stone powder into there. These are instant fillers, so they just go from nothing to full in a split second. Alright, this will be interesting to see. I wonder if doing that has allowed everything to continue, because I suppose if the stone powder pile is full and it just can't take any more, then the entire processor would have to shut down because, it's still feeding it to all of them. So that could be, and I think it is the reason why. So certainly 3 bucket loads we're going to have to move, as there is so much stone powder, we just can't really keep it all here. But as I say, we will sell it later. There is absolutely no point in just leaving it here in a pile. I don't know if it would be in today's episode. It just depends how quickly we can mine the coal and get the tar. Right, there we go. So it's not going to take the final 5,000 litres, but that isn't too much of a problem. It's still taking quite a bit. In fact, I won't put it back in there. I'll just leave it there. So let me reverse and we'll see exactly what fill. Ah, perfect. The gravel is indeed continuing. Fantastic. So that should just be left now. I don't think there's anything we actually have to do in particular. So if we just go down to the quarry once again, and we'll take, I would have thought, 2 dumpers with us. Although maybe even 2 is too much. 1 would probably suffice. So yeah, we'll just get this one here, as it is about to roll into that conveyor just down here. It's a conveyor which goes over to the train. There is a pit. And it's gonna be fed into there if we don't move it out of the way. So off we go. Now if you're wondering where the coal mine actually is, it's very close to all the others. In fact, everything is very close. There is no real distance to travel for any of these mining points. You just have to go into the same quarry, and it's a brilliant quarry. Everything is here for us, so we don't really have to you know, look around at all. I'm surprised about how this cat struggles to get up the hill, with it being such a powerful machine. But I suppose when you think about it, it's so heavy that it must be a lot of weight to move just itself, let alone a bucket load of material. Okay, so limestone's over there, the stone's over there. If we continue around here, you'll see the coal's on the left-hand side. And I am looking to do another mining, gold mining session, I should say, very soon. I think I will be doing it as a multiplayer thing as well, but I'm just a bit wary of it, just because I know that a lot of people are wanting me to do PGR Bruzda as well. That is going to continue as a multiplayer series, as I mentioned before, and if I start doing multiplayer mining, then yeah, it's just going to get pushed to the back and probably forgotten about. So PGR Bruzda is going to come first. I'm going to continue doing these as single player, but yeah, one day I'm hoping to do multiplayer gold mining. It should be great fun. So this is actually the only point where we have to descend to get to... Ow! Oh, you fool, what are you doing? You've just crashed into the back of me. Crikey, big claim for whiplash. Oh, look what you've done. Yeah, I was trying to say before you very rudely crashed into me that, yeah, it's the only place we have to descend to mine a certain material. In fact, yeah, this can just go over here. I'm just going to leave it here. There's absolutely no point in putting it any closer, because it's just going to really complicate stuff. Coal. And yeah, I did say that we probably should actually get a load out with a bulldozer first, just so it looks a bit more realistic, but then I haven't done, but I think that is the only way around it for multiplayer, so we'll have to do that anyway when we have to. I think as well, actually, one thing I probably should do is increase the fill speed for the bucket, because if you think about it, if you're going to drive this bucket into a pile of something, it's going to fill within a few seconds, and it takes about 10 seconds for this to fill. So I can indeed change that without too much difficulty. And yeah, 25,000 litres per bucket load. The dumper's 100,000, so 4 bucket loads in total. It keeps it very simple. It unloads fast. Now there is actually one thing which I am going to have to check before we actually drive over to the tar refill point, and that is that we need to make sure that the tanker which we're going to use is compatible. Now I'm guessing that the universal tankers will be perfect for this job, with them being universal and all that, but there is always going to be a possibility that they're not going to work. So if I do just check on the store page first, it should show us all the different icons which are compatible with each tanker. I'm fairly sure there isn't going to be an issue, but it is definitely worth checking first. Especially as the tar refill point, as far as I'm aware, is quite a long way from here. In fact, if I go onto the map, we should be able to see that it's somewhere here, I think. Or here. There's the main yard. Yeah, it's somewhere around here. Anyway, the point is, it's quite a distance from where we are at the moment, so yeah, taking even a lorry down there is going to be a waste of fuel if it's not the right tanker for the job. Okay, so there we go, we have a full dumper full of coal. It's going to be a bit of a challenge getting that thing up here. In fact, we may have to put a tow rope on it and help it up, but it should have enough horsepower. After all, that's what it's designed to do. So yeah, let me just go onto the store. I might as well do it now before I forget. And oh, where is it? Universal Technology. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Does anybody know what this is here? It's probably really obvious. Yes, that is slightly concerning. I suppose it is that. That must be tar. It must be. Well, I'll have a think about it, and yeah, we'll make sure we do go with the correct equipment. It could be a bit of a challenge actually, as I don't even know what the symbol for tar is. If we go onto the store page for all the different sell points. That will show us all the different symbols, so that would be the deciding factor as to whether or not those tankers are up to the job. Anyway, that pulled out of there very, very well. Impressive. Coal is definitely not light at all. Nice textures anyway. It does look very decent when they're in the bucket and in the dumpers. So we've got multiplayer tomorrow, and I think it's probably going to be the final episode on the map we're currently on. I keep forgetting the name of it. I really shouldn't do, but I just do. But you'll know which one it is. Fitcherberg or something. I must apologise if that is wrong, but yeah, certainly that is the one we're going to be doing. So if you want to join in, then well, I'll actually be recording it today from about 4 to 5 PM British summertime. But the server will be online until about 10 o'clock. But I've noticed that after about 6 PM, it tends to empty anyway. As soon as I leave, it just empties, so I don't know. It can't be that popular, I suppose. Okay, so yeah, we do need to reverse right back here. It is using the biomass tipping point, I think. It looks very similar. Down it goes. Oh, I've come out of the trigger now. Very impressive. 100,000 litres of coal. Splendid. Okay, so this can go over in our little storage area. I have been lining up the machinery just here. And yes, let me just go and check everything to make sure we can actually get a proper tanker for the job. Wow, look at the price of gold. £1.8 million per 1,000 litres. Decent stuff. Right, so we've got that symbol there as well. I think that must be fuel, as it says fuel harbour. But I don't know for sure. Stone, coal. Yeah, is that rubber? I think it's rubber. Anyway, yes, I am fairly sure. I don't know, but I'm fairly sure that the symbol it was showing was for tar. Is there a symbol around here? No. Okay, well, it's just going to be a bit of a finding out game, I suppose. Here we are, the fuel and tar refill point. So, all we have to do is find the correct trigger. I was going to use the other tanker, but I just discovered this one was closest, so I've used this one, even though it looks a little bit strange. But we can still do 52 or 51 miles per hour, which is good. Right, so this is the tar. Oh, and look at that, it's automatically filling up. And that is indeed the correct icon for tar, or bitumen, as it says here. So, yes, perfect stuff. Really, really good. I have no idea how much we require. It doesn't even seem to be costing us any money. In fact, I think somebody did say that if you refuel your machinery from here, it doesn't cost nothing. So I think we should be coming back here more often. But what's that going to be? 30,000 litres? Yep. Well, not bad at all. The only issue... Oh no, £12,000 it costs us. What a rip-off. Oh dear. Maybe it does cost money for fuel then. Maybe that person was like me and didn't actually move off the trigger before looking to see what it's cost. So yeah, it costs money. But that's good, because yeah, obviously it would be a bit weird if it didn't cost money at all. After all, we're selling the product, and if we were to get everything for free, then it would be 100% profit and very, very strange. But yes, that is perfect. The map really has changed, and there's a lot of Portuguese flags as well. Portugal. I'm assuming that the modder who did this is Portuguese, I'm not too sure. Or maybe they're just a big fan of Portugal. Portugal won Eurovision, they did indeed. So, congratulations to them. So basically, when we've actually put this into the trigger and it's all in storage, all we have to do is then transfer the sand and the gravel across from the processor, and then hopefully we'll be able to produce the asphalt. I think we have everything. It really didn't seem to mention anything about rubber in the instruction manual, so unless it's something which has been implemented since then, I would say just leave the rubber out of it. I can't really see why rubber would be put into asphalt anyway. So yeah, I should think it's a byproduct. No idea. We will find out. Because you can sell rubber. I think it is quite expensive. I think probably 30,000 litres is not much at all. It should have been more. But as this is just our first attempt at this, I don't think we need to go too crazy producing too much. That trailer is a bit in the way. I shall move it. But first, let's empty the trailer. If it's going to, hopefully it does. Ah, there we go, good. Press the wrong button. That's when manual attach is very useful, because you can't just accidentally drop it off. Well, I don't think we need to stay with it while it's doing that. All we have to do is now go over to our wheel loader, which I put somewhere. Yes. Of course I did. We'll get a bucket load of coal as well. Just for the fun of it. We'll top up the supply. I haven't exhausted the supply, have I? Ah, good. There it is. Yep, so when that's full, we'll take it up there, drop it off, and yeah, we can then transfer the sand and the gravel. There is going to be a considerable difference between the sand and gravel. There'll be quite a bit of sand and probably not too much gravel at all. You just don't seem to get as much out of it. And if you don't have too much gravel, then you're not going to be able to produce too much asphalt. So yeah, that is really what's going to affect how much we get here. But it's only a very small stretch of road, so we don't actually require that much at all. But the more we have, the more money we get. Right, so there we go. 25,000 extra litres, I should say. Which is probably... Is it required? How much have we got there? Yeah, it's not required. Definitely not required. So, yep, final products just over here. The sand should be dead easy. We should get bucket loads out of it. However, not much time has passed, so we may have to give it a bit of time. So at least one full bucket load. If I put time to 120, it's going to help us quite a bit. And who knows, today we may be able to get over £2 million, hopefully. Right, that's 50,000 litres. Oh, yeah, nice. I think, yeah, it's full. So we'll just push that in later when it's consumed some. But until we have the gravel in there, nothing's going to happen. It's going to be a small amount, but it will at least get the production started. I would say 15,000 litres is the most we're going to get out of it. I think it is now empty, the stone supply. So unless we go and mine some more stone, that's the end of the gravel. But there is more sand, but it would be pointless getting some more as it completely outweighs it. So yes, I think if we just let things start, I am hoping the asphalt is now going to be produced. Unless this rubber has been added since the instruction manual, but we'll just have to see. If I crouch down, it may actually need it. Yeah, I think it does. Unless I was just totally blind and didn't read the manual properly. Or maybe it takes river sand as well. I didn't think it did do. I thought it was just sand, gravel, tar, and yeah, the other thing we got, coal. Okay, well clearly there is something missing, so let me just go and check. Right, so I'm not entirely sure what exactly we do require now then, because I don't think the instruction manual has been updated, but I've just found the tipping point for the stone powder, which is just here. So I'm assuming that this is actually not a kind of storage point, but rather it's going to go and be processed into something else. I am not entirely sure. That is what is so interesting about the mining and construction economy map. There are just so many different things that you just have to keep trying different things out to discover exactly what each thing does. And I think actually so far I would say I've not done so bad about trying to figure out what stuff does. But this is a mystery. I look forward to seeing what the stone powder actually does turn into, unless it is just going into storage. I should be able to see, actually. Yep, definitely not going into storage. So that is being used for something. I should think if we were to move on time, that number should go down. Or maybe not. Maybe it gets mixed with something else to make another product. I suppose then you'd require something else which is here. If you look at it, it goes into there, and then it goes up here. Is it possible to get up here? It goes down these chutes into this tank. I'm now stuck. So yeah, what does it? I don't know. It goes down into there, and then it comes out at the rubber and the river sand point. So I don't know. Something is being produced here, because when you look on the instruction manual, river sand and rubber, or at least river sand, isn't here at all. So yeah, it's a real mystery. But I will find out for you, and we will indeed finish this next time. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. And yeah, we need to get this road done. So it's very important we get all the ingredients. Sand, gravel, tar, and coal. That's what we have, but clearly it's not enough. Anyway, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.